So this is going to be a video about 3 Longlines towers. Now I know I got a lot of screenshots of towers because I'm going to film towers and stuff and do more screen record videos, and I got video requests to upload. So yeah, I've been really busy. Well, yeah, I keep getting Discord notifications every time I screen record a video. But anyways, I'm going to do this video 3 Longlines towers that, well, one of them had a dark history, and guess which one it is. So we have this AT&T tower here. I'll show you guys what it looks like today. And then we have this Western Union tower. The top is made of fiberglass, because it's more transparent to radio waves. And this tower here, you may think this is a regular cell tower, but it's not. This here is an MCI Longlines tower. So I have the picture of this tower when it was used for MCI. Now I'm really surprised it actually was a Longlines tower, so I thought it was just a normal cell phone tower. So here's the pictures of the towers. Now the Western Union tower is too small to be in this picture because this is a picture taken up high at the towers. So the MCI tower is beaconless, while all of these Longlines towers were. So these 3 Longlines towers are now surrounded by skyscrapers. Well, the existing Longlines towers are. The MCI tower was sadly taken down in the early 2000s. Now there's a twist to the tower that replaced this one. So here's a picture of it in the TV tower farm. Now the MCI tower was still here at the time, except the horns were taken off of it. So this tower the MCI tower was actually replaced, and then the replacement tower got taken down. So there's another tower there in the background. Whoops, yeah, right there, that microwave tower is a replacement tower. But there's this tower here. This is that replacement tower I was talking to you guys about. They replaced that MCI tower. Now, believe it or not, but this tower was actually an unfinished tower. Yep, there's a big gen pole on the side of it that was left there for a few years. So in the early 2000s, this MCI tower was taken down because a new company had bought this station, and they wanted to replace the MCI tower with the normal cell tower. But believe it or not, so it was just left abandoned for a couple of years, and they took it down in 2010. But that's kind of crazy how it's an unfinished tower with the big gen pole left on the side of it. Now I have a picture of these towers at night, and that actually the unfinished tower had markers on it. Now I think in the Longlines tower probably should have beacons on it too, but that's a lot smaller than the tall television towers by it. So at least the television towers have like beacons and aircraft warning lights. So here's a picture of when the replacement unfinished tower was taken down. Now they didn't have any more towers there after that, because it was just the Western Union tower and the AT&T tower. Now something different you guys may have known from this picture to this picture. The AT&T tower had some horns taken off of it. There for a couple years the AT&T tower had one horn on it, but when the unfinished tower was taken down, the last horn was removed from it. Because American Tower Corporation owns it now, so yeah. Now here's the Longlines tower painted silver. It actually had a darker coat of silver, but it was like repainted silver again. So yeah, it's a beaconless tower. And then there's a picture of it where the replacement tower stood. You can see the 3 foundations. Now these 2 towers here still exist, but there's actually a big building built here now, where the old tower stood. So it's like these towers here still existing, but the 3-leg tower was taken down for a building. So there's like a restaurant or something built there. So this is an early 2000s street view of the Longlines tower. So it still had no horns on it in the street view of 2009. Now I couldn't find any of the replacement towers or the MCI towers. That was long before Street View that they were taken down. So I sadly only seen the Longlines tower that didn't have any horns. Now, I still found the Western Union Tower in it too, which is that small concrete thing below it. So yeah, here's another picture of the Longlines Tower. Now I got a few more pictures of it here. So there's a few skyline pictures of this Longlines Tower in it, because there's these tall TV towers, and below them is a small Longlines Tower you guys can see. So I'll show them to you in a little bit. But the waveguides to the horns are still attached to the Longlines Tower, and there's part of them still there today, but yeah, it's a silver Longlines Tower now. So there's one of the skyline pictures of it, and there's another one that features the Longlines Tower. So I have a picture of the skyline from a helicopter, the TV tower, right here, and there's the Longlines Tower below it. It's kind of low quality because it's like an 80s picture. Now, it probably does have the MCI tower in it, but, well, no, I think that Longlines Tower is silver. It's probably not. I think this might be somewhat after the Longlines Tower is painted silver. Probably like a 2000s picture. But there's the other towers in the background of it. So remember that tower picture I told you about at night of these towers and that unfinished tower? Well, here it is, and there's the markers on the unfinished tower. But yeah, the unfinished tower is taken down somewhat in the early 2000s, or 2010 maybe, because it's been gone for a long time. And there's the tall TV tower. It's got at least like 3 sets of beacons, and probably 1 set of side markers. But anyway, here's the Western Union Tower by itself, a 40s picture of it, and I got a few other ones. So this is another one of it, like shortly after it was built. And here's one with the Longlines Tower behind it and the TV tower far behind it.